Well, last night, our next guest was the shining star at the lighting of the nation's Christmas tree at the White House. She's enjoyed phenomenal success for 3 decades. Her soaring voice and gifted talents have brought her many accolades, including the Grammy Award. Until now, she has only been known as a star, but today she's here to share a more private part of her life. Please welcome to the 700 Club, Patti Labelle. Welcome. Great to have you here. Well, you're just jetting all over the place, aren't you?
Yeah, we're just moving right along.
And here you are, I mean, singing at the lighting of the White House Christmas tree and on national television, on stages all across America and around the world. And I understand that when you were younger, you were really shy.
Oh, very. I'm still very shy.
Are you really?
Oh, yes. Last night when the president and Mrs. Clinton came in, I was like trying to move away from them because I was too shy, because they do talk to me like a real, I mean, they're real people. So they will say things to Patti and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know what to say. I'm just like really shy around people.
Is it hard to know you?
Somewhat, yes. I would say so. You know,
it takes a while.
It's very easy to know me when I'm performing on stage, because I'm very open with my public, and they just make me feel so good, and we just end up talking. But when I come into a room with people, with a lot of people, it's very hard for me to open my mouth and say something to people unless I'm singing. I'm pretty standoffish.
And you've been shy since you were a child. I know when you were 12, your mom and dad divorced, and that had a real impact on you. Tell me about what went on in your heart and life then.
Well, in my heart at that time, I was very, very upset and very, very unsure, and never understanding why they divorced or fought. And before they started doing all that, my mother used to have to pay me a quarter to go outside to even meet people. I mean, I was so shy, and then when that fighting started, I became more introverted.
Yeah.
And I just would not talk at all then. And it made me feel really awful, because I love my mother as much as I love my father, so I couldn't take sides. So I was just a mess. I was just a wreck.
How did music come to your aid at that time?
I would go into my room with my animals, because I had a thing for butterflies and cats and dogs, and that was my little audience, and I would perform for them, and they would say fine. They would give me the bark of approval, or the cat would meow, or something. The butterflies would flap their wings, so after that I knew I was singing all right. So they were my audience, and I preferred singing to people like that. I call them my people.
Did you know you had a gift then?
I knew it, yes.
You did? Even when you were real young?
I knew it.
Well, obviously people around you did too. You sang in church?
I sang at my church choir, and I sang in high school with the chorus, and I was very shy at first. They had to almost beg me to sing lead, and I, of course, one day started singing lead, and I'm still doing it.
There was a time in your life, Patti, that when you were pregnant, and everything in the circumstances of your life told you to abort that baby, but you chose not to. Why?
Because I knew I couldn't end a life that hadn't even really started. I mean, sure, it had started, but I knew that it might have stopped me for a little while in my business, that show business, the babies don't come with show business. You have to get that later. But with me, babies come when they have to come, and it was time for him to start growing inside, and it was no time for me to abort. And plus, it was the wrong thing to do.
And what a blessing you did.
Oh, it is a blessing. He is a blessing, and I'm very happy that I kept my little son.
You have a picture of you and your son. Well, you have many pictures of you and your son in your book.
But I have 5 sons, 5 kids now.
5
No, 4 adopted. I laid on the table
clarified
once.
Quickly.
Okay, and that's it. And he's 23. And the other kids, they're mine, but I didn't have to go through labor.
Yes.
But it's so nice, too, to adopt.
Yes,
wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have 2 adopted children. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Your book is called Don't Block the Blessings, and you've had many blessings in your life. You've also had many challenges. You lost a lot of your family in a short period of time to cancer. Your 3 sisters.
My 3 sisters died of lung cancer, breast cancer, and colon cancer. And my mother died of diabetes. My father died of Alzheimer's. My best friend died of breast cancer.
Wow.
And my father also had prostate cancer.
Did that had to incur a little anxiety in you as you watched all of these people in your family? How did you deal with that?
Well, first of all, you think They all died in their early 40s. Before they turned 44, they had all died, my sisters. And so I thought I was going to die by at least 45. So after 45, I was still here. And I said, if I could just make it to 50, I'll be around forever. Now I'm 52, so I think I'm going to be here for a while. But of course, you think because of your sisters having cancer that it's in your genes. I don't suffer with that, I'll knock on wood, but I am diabetic. So I have to work on that. And
one of the
take
things
care of
that
myself.
happens, I think, when you go through an experience like that where you lose people that you love very dearly, is life becomes very precious to you. How did that change your life?
It made me, I mean, I would thank God every morning anyway, I used to. But some days you would get up and sometimes you would take a day for granted and you forget to thank God for that day. And you forget how precious life is. And you just start loving things around you much more, your environment, your blessings. You realize that you do have a roof over your head and that you can have 3 meals a day if you're lucky. And all of those things that sometimes we take for granted just look so much better and feel so much better. And it feels so much better to hold and to love and to say I love you to the people that you have left. A lot of times we forget to say things like that to people, that I love you. And it's what I didn't say with my family members when they were living. That's the thing I regret more than anything. Not talking more to them and holding them more and kissing them more. And
you've had a
all that
wonderful
stuff.
marriage.
Oh, cute marriage. A 27-year marriage.
Yes.
And my mother told my husband before we married, God rest her soul, she said, you're marrying a fool, she's crazy. She said the marriage will last for 2 weeks because my mother knew that I was a little strange. So she warned my husband, she said, don't do it, it'll last for 2 weeks. Well, my mother lived to see us married at least 5 years, and she was shocked.
Yes,
and he's still shocked. My
to
husband's
what
still
do
in
you
shock.
attribute the success of your marriage to? I mean, you guys really have a special relationship.
It's very special. He walks away when I start talking. Like,
we need to talk to Ray and Arlen Mossholder, who are here with our marriage conference people, about this technique.
This is the way this marriage works. He's a very low-key, wonderful person. I'm a very hyper, crazy lady most of the times. And when I want to talk about something, I want to talk about it now, and I'm going to make him see my side no matter what. So he sees that I'm about to go there with him, so he walks out of the room and leaves me talking to myself.
That'll do it.
So we never have an argument. So that's why we've been together, because he doesn't talk to me. He walks out and closes the door.
Well, you've had a wonderful career, and we've enjoyed your music so much over the years. I want to mention Patti's book is called Don't Block the Blessings, Revelations of a Lifetime. Patti Labelle, God bless you.
God
Thank
bless
you for
and
sharing
all
with
of
us
you.
today.
Thank you very much.
It was wonderful to have you here.